Hi guys, it's me, Delicious Delights. How are you guys doing? Hopefully well. Today's review is going to be from the house of Kilian. It's no longer by Kilian, they shortened it. And it's now just Kilian. This is from their more affordable line that was recently released in the Netherlands. I think it was released a bit earlier in America at the Sephora stores. In the Netherlands, it's now available in the Douglas stores. And this is called, ridiculous name, Bad Boys Are No Good, but Good Boys Are No Fun. Super long name, super cheesy, tacky. I don't know what they're trying to do. I guess they're trying to appeal to the younger demographic. I don't know, with the price being a lot cheaper than the regular Kilians, but I think it's kind of cheesy. I don't like it, but at the same time, it's memorable. You know, people will remember this line just because of the ridiculous names that they have chosen to call these. So the word boys is in red, so I guess it's just easier just to call it boys rather than the whole thing. So I was very, very, very excited to try this line. When I first heard about it, I was like, yes, finally an affordable Kilian fragrance, because we all know that Kilian fragrances are ridiculously priced. They're very, very expensive. I find that a lot of their earlier, the first collection is actually really good, but their later releases have been, for me, just kind of uninspiring, lackluster. They just felt like they're just too overpriced for what they were. My favorites, I have done a top 5 Kilian fragrances list. I will link that in the description box if you guys are interested. But anyways, let's talk about Bad Boys Are No Good, but Good Boys Are No Fun. Let's first get into the notes very quickly. The notes are very, very interesting. When I first checked out these notes, I was like, yes, this is the one that I think that I'm going to be most interested in. The top notes are Coca-Cola and lime. And in the middle, there's cinnamon, green apple, and nutmeg. And in the base, we have, what is this? Cedar and amberwood. So that sounds really nice, like a nice spicy Coca-Cola Gourmand. I do think that the note of Coca-Cola is very interesting. I only know that it exists in one other fragrance, and it's called, it's from the House of a Lab on Fire, and it's called Paris Soleil. It has a Coca-Cola accord, which I don't really smell in that fragrance, to be honest, but in this fragrance, on paper, when I first tested it, I absolutely 100% did get that spicy Coca-Cola vibe in it. And I was like, ooh, that smells really, really good. I really liked it on the paper. And then things came crashing down. My world came crashing down when I put it on my skin, and it was a complete, utter disaster on my skin. Like really, really bad. It's not even like kind of good. It's just really, really bad on my skin. Ooh, it's so bad. Like, it's not even bad. It's like worse than bad. It's just really, really terrible on me. So, on my skin, this fragrance smells like if you were to take Dior Sauvage, which is a fragrance that I dislike a lot. Take Dior Sauvage and mix it equal parts with Paco Rabanne 1 Million Privé, which is a fragrance that I love a lot. Put those together, add some extra woody notes in there in the base, and that's what it is. So basically, it feels like they have taken 2 huge bestseller men's designer fragrances and just stuck them together. Just did a little tweak here and there to come up with the most generic smelling thing that I have smelled in a very, very long time. Oh my gosh, it smells awful on my skin, you guys. So the Sauvage part that I'm referring to in this fragrance, it doesn't smell exactly like that, but if you can imagine Sauvage with less acidity, in it, because on my skin, Sauvage is very, very acidic. So take a less acidic Dior Sauvage, add it to 1 million Privé for men with more cinnamon notes in it, which again, as I said earlier, is a fragrance that I really enjoy. That's what I get. It's just the most uninspiring fragrance that I have smelled in a very long time. I guess with it being the House of Kilian, I kind of had some very high expectations with this fragrance. Actually, with the entire line, I had some high expectations. And maybe that's not fair to compare it to other, bestseller fragrances. But, it's the House of Kilian. They're known to be a very expensive house with amazing fragrances. It's a love or hate house, actually. But I actually really like the House of Kilian. But just lately, I don't know what's happening to Kilian, you guys. It feels like this house is just crumbling into oblivion. Their releases feels like their releases are getting like progressively worse as time goes on, and it's just not. I'm just very, very disappointed. So as this fragrance dries down on my skin, I smell like a man cologne musky base in here that again is very popular in men's designer fragrances, which is a trend that I am getting really, really tired of, and is a reason why I'm finding a lot of men's designer colognes or fragrances just to be not very good, to be candid about it. Yeah, so as it dries down, as I said, a man cologne musky meh. Add that with some burnt woods in it. I do smell the cinnamon spice in here. It does add a nice sweetness to the fragrance, but just overall, it just comes off as a woody, musky, acidic woods. And it just smells like, as I said earlier, just taking two very popular bestseller men's designer fragrances and just stick them together, and it's just, that's all it is. So it just feels like not a lot of thought went into this fragrance. That's just my personal opinion. It's like, probably if you like those fragrances, then you will probably like this. It's definitely worth a try. But just for me, I just was expecting more from this fragrance. It just feels like this fragrance comes off as just a little bit lazy, and a lot of the price goes to the packaging, which, the packaging to me looks quite nice, actually. It's different with the heavy round bottle that sits upside down, and then it just clicks into place, and then it has like the big long name here. So let's read here what it says. Boys by Kilian. Sparkling cola, cinnamon, and cedarwood are the 3 notes that they list. Kilian invites you to take a walk on the wild side with a very fresh and very sexy scent made for misbehaving. I don't know. I think the only misbehaving that's going on here is maybe the perfumers or whoever made this. I'm gonna let you guys know. Just give me a sec. Who made this? It doesn't even say it. It does not say it on Fragrantica, so the perfumer is unknown. But yeah, from the My Kind of Love collection. It's inspired by seduction games, bold declarations of love, and a way to love freely. Anyways, you guys, I am disappointed with this fragrance. I am actually quite disappointed with the entire line of the fragrances from this line, the My Kind of Love. They're not bad fragrances at all. I know that the whole point of this line is to, I guess, make it more appealing, mass appealing to the people. And in that sense, I guess they were successful. But it's just not doing anything for me. Not at all. It's just not, there's just something very wrong with this fragrance, especially on my skin, that just feels very out of place and just it's just not for me. I don't know if I'll talk about any of the other fragrances. Maybe I'll review it. If you guys are interested in any of the other ones, I can maybe talk about that. I have this one as well that I can review. Maybe, we'll see. But yeah, those were my thoughts on this fragrance. Bad boys are no good, but good boys are no fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll be back with more videos soon, and I hope you guys are doing well. See you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.